If it were about 10 years ago, what would it take for a normal person, an ordinary citizen, to reach out to a minister in the government with a complaint like that? You have to take a picture, print it, write a note about it, and then you get an appointment, I guess, come see the minister or the secretary and actually hand it over. And what would happen after that? God knows. Point is, now with this change, in this changed context, somebody could just take a picture, send it out to me, and I immediately forwarded it to my ENC Panchayati Raj. I said, why don't you guys go and take a look at this? So in a smart world, I think in a connected world, I think technology, like I said, is the greatest leveler. Now, how you use it, how effectively you present it, how you can use to provide smart governance, I think that's the challenge. Because I think as the world's largest democracy, as the world's leading, we take a lot of pride in being a classic shining example for how democracy functions. In the world's largest democracy, I think the time has come now also to usher in digital democracy, wherein each and every person needs to have needs not just to have the tech savviness, but also, as the government, we also need to provide those solutions which actually make us closer to the people. So, by way of connecting each and every household via internet, what are we trying to accomplish? What we're trying to accomplish, obviously, is use smart technologies, use smart solutions. Say, a lot of children today, a lot of students today are preparing for competitive exams. A lot of children today are looking at the world, trying to figure out where the opportunities are. Now, as long as you provide this connectivity, as long as you provide this access to the world, I think it just opens up window of possibilities. For example, just the other day, we were talking to Amazon and we were also talking to other e-commerce providers in creating marketplaces, online marketplaces. Now, what would these do? We want the artisans, the small-time artisans in Nirmal, in Pemberthi, in Karimnagar, in Gadwal, to showcase their products across the world. Just give them that window of opportunity, just open up the possibilities to the rest of the world. Now, that's exactly where I think the government and the civil society and organizations like TIE, organizations like FICCI can play a fascinating role. Because in this evolving situation, I think as long as you provide people with these solutions which make sense, which are used, which are usable, which are easily adoptable, I think people will definitely take to it. In fact, as a government as well, in fact, we have some very, very big ambitions and big plans. Using smart technologies, like Jayesh mentioned, we want to showcase to the rest of the country as well, not just the 100 smart cities that have been chosen by Government of India, but to the other cities as well. We want to invite all the mayors, all the municipal chairmen. We want to showcase our homegrown, Hyderabad-based organizations who've come up with smart technologies and smart solutions. We also want to invite people from across the country, and we want to basically present to them the opportunities that exist. We also, as the government of Telangana, are trying to do something which again is a step further from what we've done in the past. People have talked about e-governance all along, electronic governance. But I think we are now moving towards a situation where people want more. It's not just e-governance anymore. It's M-governance. People want mobile governance. People don't want to go to a Mi-Seva kiosk. People don't want to go to a Mandal Tehsil office or a revenue office or any other government office these days. As long as you give them a solution which is embedded within their own phone, within their own smartphone, because we all know smartphones are getting cheaper. I think governments also have to provide these Mi-Seva kind of solutions, more than 300 plus solutions that we offer through these different kiosks today. We will be doing a great service to the society and to the people at large. So we are going to go forward and launch a lot of initiatives, a lot of mobile apps, which will connect us more directly to the people, which will enable that the interface with the government officials and across different offices comes down also. So all in all, I think it's an evolving phenomenon, the smart solutions and smart cities. But end of the day, like I said, smart solutions are not just about technology. We need to find solutions that suit us. We need to find solutions, we need to find our own recipes, our own formulas that really address the problem that we currently face. I know that there are a lot of smart technology companies here. My only request to you is this. India today, like I said, presents a great, compelling business opportunity to every smart technology player in the world, because the problems are numerous. But like I said, what is applicable in a Los Angeles, what is applicable in a Barcelona, what is applicable in a Dubai, definitely is not applicable here. We need to find our own solutions. We need to address our own challenges. And in that regard, that's exactly why we are doing this conclave. We're planning to do this conclave in July. I request you all to think beyond the 100 smart cities that Government of India has chosen. I request you all to come up with solutions that really will help us. And we have succeeded, in fact, to a large extent. Recently, when we were faced with this issue of women's safety, we conducted a hackathon in Indian School of Business. More than 600 bright young minds participated. They came up with wonderful applications. In fact, one of the applications that has been currently used by the police department, city police department, is called Hawkeye, where any women in a distress can basically just click on a button. It sends an SOS alert to her family, to her friends, and also to the law enforcement authorities. So these kind of solutions that are unique to our challenges, that meet and that address our challenges and our requirements, are the order of the day. And I hope this day-long deliberations will help us and will help the government and will help the society at large in finding some solutions which definitely will address these challenges. So thank you very much to Safir and to all the participants here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.